we've had some good ones, we've had some bad ones, typical of this time, and we just got to continue to try to get better. Defensively has been an area again that we spent a majority of time, but we're still banged up too with Brock, and that hurts us, and he hasn't been able to practice since the Old Dominion game. So obviously we're different without him on the court. So that hurts our depth in a lot of spots.
Has it just re-swelled? Is that the issue?
No, it's just he's still he has no cartilage in there, and he has some pain in another area where he's kind of bone on bone on his knee. So so he hasn't been able to do anything in practice for the last 2 weeks.
All right. Is there any talk of another medical procedure, or is it
no?
You just have to ride this out?
Just have to ride it out.
All right. So far, I guess, what are some of the positive trends you've seen with this team?
Well, I think we've had some guys here lately. I think Wakefield Ellison has had a good couple of days of practice, and that's been good. I think that we got to develop some guys off the bench a little bit, and Robert Sampson continues to do some good things for us out there, and we're just trying to grow as a team. We're trying to do some different things here, see how they react to different situations, and they're ready for a game. We get to that point in practice where we've had 40 practices, and you go through this stage right here. Sometimes practices can get a little stale at times because they get tired of doing the same thing. So we're ready for a game. I don't know how we'll play after a 2-week layoff, but they're ready to see somebody different.
What are some of the trends that you'd like to see corrected as soon as possible?
Well, our transition D's got to get better. Our communication there has got to get better. Being able to transfer drills, they know the answers sometimes to things that we do. They can watch it, they can answer it, but they don't transfer to the floor. That's an area where they got to get better at. But then we got to be a little bit more physical when the ball's in the air. And rebounding's been a key part of that. And I don't think we've been as physical as we needed to be at all the spots.
All right. I believe at the end of the Old Dominion game, I think there was 16 turnovers for some 27, 28 points. I know turnovers kind of been an issue this year. What steps have you taken to try to correct that?
Well, you just got to communicate. You just got to talk about it, and it's decision making is such a part of this game. And we had really in that game there were really 2 guys that had 12 of their 16 turnovers. So being able to make the simple, easy play. We do things in practice. We run at the end of practice for the amount of turnovers that we have. Least amount of turnovers. Obviously, we don't run as much. We run more. So we try to stop it. Even if they make a play. I know Aaron made a play today, for instance. He made it around the back and he completed it, but that's not going to probably go in the game. So we got to stop and correct those kind of things. So that's an area coming in that I thought would be a concern. Would be ball handling. That's not one of our strengths, I think, as a basketball team. So we just got to be really, really simple with it.
Brock's a guy who can make some great assists, but again can rack up the turnovers too. Is that kind of the gift and the curse of what he does?
Well, he's got the problem with Brock is he's got to be in practice so we can correct those things, and he's got to be able to make the simple, easy play. He's about right now. He makes spectacular plays, good and bad, and so he's noticeable out there no matter what. And he's got to be able to, to me, my thing is a good guard's 2-to-1, really good guard's 3-to-1 assist turnover, and he has a lot of assists. But you look at, I don't know what he is as far as the most turnovers here at East Carolina. I would say he's probably right up there with that too. So we're trying to correct that. He understands that, and he's been about flamboyance for such a long time. It's hard to change that in a short period of time, especially with him not being in practice.
I thought off the bench, Morales and Sampson have kind of given some good effort and some good minutes for you off the bench.
They have. They've continued to get better. Again, they're freshmen. They're thin. They're different. Morales gives us a little bit of a shot blocker in there, which is always nice to have. Offensively, he's done some good things for us, just making layups. And he didn't play the last game against Old Dominion because of that freak accident that we have with him with his eating the peanuts. But I've been through about everything. That's a new one for me.
All right. Last question. Darius has kind of stepped up in the last week or so. He's had some nice games. I guess talk about his Conditioning, I guess, has been the issue, a little bit of an issue this year. Has he taken the steps that you want?
Yeah, he's working. He's working hard. He's been pretty good over this break. So I think he wants to get down. He wants to lose probably 15 pounds.
All right.
15 to 20 would be a goal for him, and he's starting that process. He thinks he's too heavy, which I think he is too, and that will help him a lot in his conditioning if we can get him down 20 pounds.
What is he at now?
Oh.
250? I think he's listed at 250.
No, he's higher than that. He's probably 260.
All right. So where would you
I think it came in at 270, 240.
240?
240 is kind of where, if we get him to 250, we'd be happy. 240 is kind of where I think he would like to be.
Okay.
And I think that's probably his best playing weight would be about right there.
All right. Come this Saturday, what are some of the things your team has to do to get a win?
Well, they're good. And they're used to winning. They're coming off a win at LSU. They got a player eligible in Michael Holmes, who's a transfer from South Carolina, played in the LSU game, makes them a different type of team. They got two SEC guys inside, and Chad Gray and Holmes. So, and their guards are very good and very crafty. So, and they're well coached. So, we're going to be playing on the road for the first time. We don't know how we're going to respond to that. But we got to be. We're a little bit bigger than them in the backcourt. We got to be able to take advantage of that.